Hey, I ain't gonna lie, son. Am I the only one that's getting this feeling that we about to get 2021 Deebo Samuel back? My man is out here doing insane boxing workouts. He's also doing the agility ladder drills. And he even put out an article saying this season about to be one of them ones. Can Cliff Kingsbury bring old Deebo Samuel back? Let's talk about it.
The way that we live is not for everybody.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
How do you think the rest of Jaden Daniels' career is going to go? If we're, 6, 7 games into Jaden Daniels' career and he's already milking injuries? Like,
stop saying my name, you dick riding bastard. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, and Shawty is the winner. You can tell that Shawty's no beginner, she's confident.
Y'all, it's your man Juan Gotti here. Before we get into today's video, I want you guys do me a favor, subscribe to my fitness channel as I'm documenting my journey from fat to fit. Link down below in the description. YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a video where we're going to be talking about Deebo Samuel's offseason thus far, and we're going to be talking about the whole wide receiving core as it stands right now. Do we need to add more? Without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers, so please help me get there as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So I'm not gonna hold you, man. Every time I see Deebo Samuel working out, I just look at him and say, oh, it's personal. Because a lot of these people in the media, right, a lot of these fans of other teams literally tried to write off Deebo Samuel. Oh, y'all getting hyped over a fat running back. Oh, he's out of shape. Oh, he's this, that, and the third. He hasn't been good in 3 years. He's not the same Deebo Samuel. He's 29 now. Like, a lot of people are writing him off. And Deebo Samuel hears it, and he's taking it very personal, in my opinion, because my man is out here doing boxing workouts.
Whooping ass for a long time.
Been there, done that, huh?
Yeah, come on now, Jay.
All right.
There you go. Just like that. Come on now,
That
man.
happened back in the day.
It's work time today. A lot of moving parts today inside the gym. We got new Nike dumbbells. We got fighters getting ready for fights. We got Luis Palomino. Right now I got one of my first clients ever, Deebo Samuel. He already got drafted into a new team, but right now we get to work. Every time he's here in Miami, we get him to work on the conditioning side.
Because if anybody run up on me, tell me.
Ming. Got him working with Coach Mason, my man Mason under there. And you already know, we take it to a whole nother level. Watch Deebo Samuel throw those hands.
Short punch, they soft, they hot. Lay him out. Boom! Samuel right now, football player, top football player. He's taking over the game. Now here in a boxing gym, a boxer gym. Now you want to box. You want to box? Can we show him here? Still got it. That's what I'm talking about.
Best athletes in the world need a top tier coach. That's why we got Jason right here.
Let's go.
That's my guy.
Now, I looked up to just be sure why an NFL player or football player would be doing boxing drills. And of course, if you play football, you could speak to it better than I can personally. But I just wanted to look it up to see what why would an NFL player partake in off-season boxing workouts? Now, before I even looked it up, the one thing that I could say and would make sense was, obviously cardio. The cardio is massive when it comes to the NFL, and as we know, with sports in general, but as we know, he did have a little bit of some weight concerns, and boxing is one of the best ways to get your body back in shape. So that's the first thing that I could think of when it came to it, but they also said, like, hand-eye coordination, minimize mistakes, pay attention to the little details, and when I heard that, what I initially thought of? Terry McLaurin.
Daniels puts it high in the air, over the shoulder.
His ability to track down footballs down the field, barely, dropping passes that, other people would clearly drop. Now, it's the little concentration details that, I believe a cardio boxing session could help out a Deebo Samuel with, because as we know, he did have some drop concerns last year. So, little things like this is helping them get better, man, and I'm excited for it. And obviously, when it comes to boxing, it's tiring, man. It is. I personally haven't, ever boxed in my life, but like I can just tell, like how long the fights are in between. It's like what a fighter typically fights 2 times a year, and they training camp be long as hell, and they be going through it. Since NFL players are increasingly incorporating boxing training into their routine to enhance stamina, power, explosiveness, hand-eye coordination, agility, and footwork. That's another one as well. It says here are more details explained. Improved physical attributes. Boxing workouts like heavy bag workouts, mitts work, and shadow boxing directly translates into proven stamina, endurance, power, speed, and agility, of all which are crucial for NFL players. Enhanced hand-eye coordination and timing. Boxing drills like mitt works and shadow boxing help develop the hand-eye coordination and reaction time that are essential for catching passes, blocking, and making plays on the field. So that's another one too. When you think about violence when it comes to blocking down the field, come on. Ain't no other sport, besides MMA, probably, UFC, more violent than boxing. So I'm already knowing Deebo was already a stocky kind of guy, and he wasn't afraid to block, down the field. So getting your hands dirty, getting, very vicious when it comes to being out there on the edge, blocking for the running backs or being a lead blocker for a screen. You know how many times last year we had poor Luke McCaffrey out there and blocking, and it's like, why did we do that? But now we got a receiving core with Deebo, who's a really good blocker, Terry, who's a really good blocker, and obviously we brought back Noah Brown too, who is also a really good blocker. That's very good. That's a very good sneaky idea that Cliff Kingsbury and Adam Peters put together. I ain't even think about that to just now. Then also it says versatile training. Boxing training is versatile workouts that can be done anywhere, making a great way for players to stay in shape during the NFL offseason or on the go. So I think he's doing a dang good job by making this decision. And I'm sure this isn't something new for him, but just new to us as Commanders fans, because we're paying really close attention to what Deebo Samuel is doing this offseason, because we're truly excited about the move, and we think he can be really good. I love, and this isn't just me being a homer, for anybody, any team, any player, I love when people try to write players off and they go and prove them wrong. Like Geno Smith. Like, people tried to write him off, or they wrote him off. You know what I'm saying? But in his words, he didn't write back. And, man, if you just see the countless trolls, trolling us about the signing of Deebo Samuel and all this, and he's not that good. I made a TikTok talking about Deebo Samuel and how excited I was, and people were like, oh, bro's on his hands and knees for a fat running back and stuff like that. Like, they genuinely think Deebo Samuel is bad, man, and I don't see that. I genuinely see a dog. And if you don't want to take my words for it, Jeremy McNichols, who was his teammate back in 2020, I want to say 2022, with the San Francisco 49ers, he spoke on Deebo Samuel's behalf, and he said, we're getting a leader, we're getting a dog, and we're getting somebody that's going to go crazy out there on the field. So not only did Adam Peters bring him in and trust him to turn back the clock and go back to old Deebo, I'm sure Cliff Kingsbury loves the pickup, because we know how versatile he wants his offense to be. And then you have someone that we just re-signed in Jeremy McNichols, who was a teammate with him formerly, knows how good he is. And Jonathan Jones, cornerback, on the other side of the ball, gave high praise to Deebo Samuel.
Deebo is a phenomenal player. He is the hardest to tackle receiver, in the league. He runs like a running back, and he's versatile, and he's a good competitor, and excited to be teammates with him.
So I wonder if this was the move that we needed to make all along. Like, you know how when we immediately got Deebo Samuel, I kept saying, we need to add more, we need to add more, we need to add more. What if Adam Peters' whole mindset was, hey, this is enough. This is the number 2 option. I know what Deebo Samuel's capable of as a receiver. I know what he's capable of as a football player. What if this was his number 2 option? Now, granted, for me, I would love to still add more to the room, because now we only have, 3-4 receivers under contract. Terry McLaurin, Noah Brown, Deebo Samuel, and Luke McCaffrey. You still need, in my opinion, 2 more. Maybe KJ Osborne takes that leap. I don't really know. I don't think he's making a roster, but you never know. KJ Osborne maybe could turn back the clock as well to Minnesota days when he was really good. But I still think we need more, but what if this was their answer to the wide receiver 2 position? How would y'all feel about that down below? Like, I know a lot of y'all feel the same way. It's like, oh, Deebo Samuel's not a pure wide receiver. We need a pure wide receiver. But what if he is? What if he can be that? And we just gotta wait and see. You know, we're just quick to judge because of what he did in the past, but you never know, man. What a new scenery, what a new coaching staff can do for you and stuff like that, it can really maybe turn Deebo Samuel up. And he had an article that he just put out basically, and he was saying, man, this year's about to be one of them ones. He's ready to fit in and he's ready to turn this ish up, man. He already spoke highly of Terry. He obviously spoke highly of JD5, who had a connection with Brandon Ayuk, who's they're like their best friends, and obviously Deebo Samuel did as well. So, man, it's an exciting time to be a Commanders fan. Laramie Tunsil's here, right? And he's going to be protecting 5. So, again, I just reflect on the free agency. Even though it's not technically over, all the big names are pretty much over. So, I reflect on this free agency, man, and I give it a true W and a really good free agency class because we made 2 blockbuster trades and we signed guys that are going to fit in and be Commanders and be ballers. I love everything we've done this offseason thus far. And now we got the draft coming up a little over a month away. So now it's time to turn the clock and all the attention to that. But before we get up out of here now, let's talk about the wide receiving core more specifically in depth. So obviously Deebo Samuel's here in the trade. And we got Terry McLaurin, who we feel like should get an extension. Luke McCaffrey and Noah Brown. What do you guys think the Washington Commanders need to do more of in the wide receiving department? Do you think we need to go to the draft, or do you think we still need to add another veteran? Maybe Stephon Diggs, maybe Keenan Allen. Somebody's out there that could potentially still help out this roster. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. For me personally, I think Washington would really vote well for Keenan Allen. I really do. But I just don't know if we're interested. I feel like, again, I'm getting these feelings that they think Deebo Samuel is the wide receiver too, which, again, if he is, that's fine. You know, hopefully it pays out for us. But do you understand what a Keenan Allen could do for this offense? Like, I understand he's probably, 34, 35, but he's still one of the best route runners in the game. He still has one of the best, route trees. He still has really good hands, and he's somewhat of a big body still. So I would love a Keenan Allen. But yeah, for me personally, I wouldn't mind going into the draft as well. Trey Hurst, somebody like that. But Emeka Egbuka maybe. But I don't know what our market would be. Maybe at 29, do you still take a chance on a receiver there? But I really would love to go veteran heavy this season. Why not? You know what I'm saying? We seem to be going veteran heavy everywhere else. Why not go veteran heavy? And maybe even still draft a receiver. But I do think we still need stuff done at the receiver position because we only have 4 guys. But again, Noah Brown, now think about it. He played primarily as a wide receiver 2 last year, and he was dang good. What if he's the wide receiver 3? Because, again, take a look back at it. Wide receiver 2, majority of the time last year was who? Noah Brown. And Jay Daniels loved throwing to Noah Brown. What if the receiving core is Terry McLaurin 1, obviously. Deebo Samuel is the second guy, weapon, whatever you want to say, wide receiver 2 or weapon overall, second overall best option on offense. Let's go with that. And then what if Noah Brown is the 3rd receiver, but maybe he's wide receiver 2? I know a lot of people probably wouldn't want that because a lot of people aren't that high on Noah Brown, but he was really good last year when he was healthy. He was. And I'm not even just talking about the Hail Murray miracle. I'm talking about the Giants game, week 2. I was there. And countless other times where he came up clutch. Only catching passes that only he can because he has the radius and length to catch those kind of footballs. So, I don't know, man. It's very interesting what we're going to do. But yeah, he could potentially be the wide receiver 2 maybe. And how would y'all even feel about that? Me personally, again, I know Noah Brown's good. So I wouldn't mind, him having the same kind of role as he did last year. But I would say at least exhort all your options. Like, see if you can bring in a Keenan Allen. See if you can bring in a Steph Diggs. See if you can bring in one of these veteran receivers that are still around. Because that's where I want to go with it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind bringing in a rookie. But, man, if you don't have to, why? But let me know what you guys want to do in the comment section. As always, me, boy, Juan Gotti. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I want to roll to 10,000 subscribers, so please let me get there as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Y'all blessed. Stay safe, easy out there. Purge.
Never gave up on ballin' like I'm Deshaun, throw the bomb G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a line.